If you've ever played Gorilla Tag alone, you can't quite place why, but the game feels creepy. Is it just paranoia, or is there something going on with Gorilla Tag that is truly disturbing? Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video, because I think I found out what's really going on in Gorilla Tag, and you definitely don't want to miss it. When you're alone in Gorilla Tag, at first everything may feel peaceful. The maps in Gorilla Tag are very colorful and peaceful, but when you finally sit still and observe your surroundings, things get a little sinister. Have you ever wondered why Gorilla Tag has the music playing in the background? It's so that the game can hide its true colors and disguise the creepy atmosphere. Because when you press that mute button, the game's tone completely changes. Everything is now quiet, nothing but the sound of distant background noises. And the more you sit there and ponder on this idea, you begin to start to feel a chill going down your spine. Many of Gorilla Tag's players have experienced this feeling, and they describe this feeling as if somebody or something is watching them. And in rare cases, there is something watching them. I'm sure many of you know about Gorilla Tag's ghosts, where players have encountered many different strange entities within Gorilla Tag. But I'm not talking about the players who troll with soundboards. I'm talking about the real entities of Gorilla Tag, and they only seem to appear whenever you are alone. PBBV, J3VU, Daisy09, Paul, and Echo are just a few of the entities that are within Gorilla Tag. Each have their own sets of odd behaviors, and each of them will continuously stalk the player in their own unnerving way. And some of these entities even have their own set of powers within Gorilla Tag, not only having the ability to creep you out, but to also ban you from the game entirely. If you're ever in a lobby with one of these entities, the only option is to destroy your VR headset, because now, if you've seen them, your entire headset could be corrupted, and they could appear in just more than Gorilla Tag. Some players have reported seeing these ghosts in more than just Gorilla Tag, seeing them in other VR games, and even in real life. One player even going as far as to take their life after being driven mad by an entity, which would explain the supernatural feeling of these ghosts. Maybe, just maybe, their abilities reach beyond Gorilla Tag. But as I've stated before, these entities are quite rare. You could play alone for years and never come into contact with any ghosts. That's how rare these entities are. But in the back of your mind, you always need to be ready for the worst, because it seems as if these lost souls aren't looking to make any friends. And supposedly the ghosts like to target children, because of how innocent and naive the kids are that play Gorilla Tag. It makes haunting them a lot easier. Not only are there tons of ghost sightings in Gorilla Tag, but the game also suffers from the liminal space effect. I'm not going to dive in and explain what this means, as there are plenty of videos already explaining this effect. But it goes without saying, this makes the game much creepier. Even if you never encounter a ghost in Gorilla Tag, the game still feels off. And you can't seem to figure out why you feel this way. It's most likely the reason you clicked on this video, because you and many others have felt creeped out while playing Gorilla Tag. I truly believe that this game is hiding something dark underneath its code. I just can't quite put my finger on it. There are many conspiracies as to what this dark thing is, but I think I've finally figured out what it is. Underneath all the happy memories you've had playing Gorilla Tag, underneath all the bright colored maps, underneath the goofy gorilla models, and underneath the kid-friendly environment, there have been a variety of disappearances within the Gorilla Tag community. So tiny and insignificant nobody would notice. Little children whose names nobody even knows. There have been many discussions online about friends disappearing from Gorilla Tag, but these messages are so small and obscure nobody's ever taken the time to examine their meaning. My personal theory is that the reason these kids are missing is because, well, they're not alive anymore. Following the previous evidence we just went through, these kids have gone missing because of the ghosts in Gorilla Tag, either banning them outright from ever playing the game again, or something much more sinister, haunting either their headsets or their minds, causing them to take their own life, which would explain all the mass disappearances of these old friends. And it also explains the reasoning for the ghosts being in Gorilla Tag in the first place, to collect the souls of innocent children. And these collected souls come back as ghosts themselves, explaining why there are so many ghosts in Gorilla Tag in the first place. Because the ghosts that I named before aren't the only sightings of ghosts in Gorilla Tag. There are many unnamed ghosts that reside in Gorilla Tag. The most popular ones are most likely just creepypastas, but it still doesn't explain the disappearances, nor the fact that there are more and more sightings of ghosts in Gorilla Tag by the day. So now there's only one question you can ask yourself: will you be playing Gorilla Tag alone?